Have you ever watched an older person glide across a room with the grace of a dancer and wondered, how on earth do they do that? You see them carrying their groceries up the steps without a wobble. You see them getting up from a low chair with a smooth, steady motion. Meanwhile, you might be holding onto the counter just to put your shoes on. You might be walking a little slower, taking shorter steps, just to feel safe. What if I told you that the secret to that rock-solid stability has almost nothing to do with luck? And what if I told you that you can start building it today no matter how unsteady you feel right now? This is not about becoming a gymnast. This is about keeping your freedom. It is about maintaining your ability to live in your own home and move through your world with confidence. Today, we are going to uncover the exact habits that keep an 5-year-old steadier than people 25 years younger. We will explore the science of balance, the hidden muscles you might be forgetting, and the simple daily routines that make all the difference. By the end of this video, you will have a clear, actionable plan to strengthen your balance, starting this very minute. Let us begin with a fundamental truth that many people overlook. As we get older, we tend to think that losing our balance is just a normal part of aging, like getting gray hair or wrinkles. We accept it. We slow down. We start avoiding uneven sidewalks. We stop going to crowded places because we are afraid of being bumped. But here is the reality. A decline in balance is not inevitable. In fact, it is often caused by something we can fix. It is a skill, and like any skill, it can be trained and improved. The biggest mistake most people make is thinking that balance is all about their legs. They think, if I just walk more, I will be fine. But walking is not enough. Walking is a repetitive motion. It uses the same muscles in the same way over and over again. Think of a car. The engine makes the car go forward, but what keeps the car from tipping over when it turns a corner? It is the suspension, the tires, and the steering wheel. In your body, your legs are the engine, but your core, your ankles, and your inner ear are the suspension and steering wheel. If you only work on the engine, you are ignoring the very systems that keep you upright. Now, let me introduce you to a man I will call Bill. Bill is an 5-year-old retired carpenter from Ohio. He still mows his own lawn. He still goes fishing with his grandson. He walks without a cane, and he can stand on one leg to put on his sock. When his 60-year-old neighbor asked him what his secret was, Bill laughed and said, I just never stopped moving the right way. Bill did not do anything extreme. He did not run marathons or lift heavy weights. But Bill did do 3 specific things every single day, and this is where the magic lies. The first thing Bill does every morning is something he calls the ankle wake-up. Before he even gets out of bed, he points his toes toward his head and then away from him. He does this 10 times. Then he circles his feet in one direction and then the other. You see, our ankles are the foundation of our balance. They are the first responders when we start to tip over. If our ankles are stiff, they cannot react quickly. They cannot adjust to the tiny shifts in our weight that happen every time we take a step. By waking up his ankles first, Bill gives his body a strong foundation before his feet even hit the floor. This simple habit takes less than 1 minute, but it is the reason he does not stumble on his way to the bathroom. The second habit Bill swears by is something he calls the toothbrush challenge. Every morning and every night while he brushes his teeth, he stands on one leg. He holds on to the counter with just one finger at first. He alternates legs. He brushes his top teeth while standing on his left leg and his bottom teeth while standing on his right. At first, he could only hold it for 5 seconds, but over time, that time grew. Now he can do the whole 2 minutes without grabbing the counter. This is genius because it does not require extra time. It piggybacks on a habit he already has. This improves his core stability and strengthens the tiny muscles in his hips that are crucial for walking on uneven surfaces. The third habit is what Bill calls his balance walk. Once a day, he goes outside and walks heel to toe, as if he is walking on a tightrope. He does this for about 30 feet. Then, he turns around and walks backward, very slowly. These 2 movements engage the vestibular system, which is your inner ear balance center. They challenge your brain to process information from your eyes, your muscles, and your ears all at the same time. It is a workout for your nervous system. These are the habits of Bill, and they are simple because they are sustainable. But let me share something with you that might surprise you even more. It is a secret that goes beyond the physical. Have you ever noticed that your balance gets worse when you are stressed? Think about it. When you are anxious or in a hurry, your shoulders go up, your breathing becomes shallow, and your center of gravity shifts. You become top-heavy. The secret to Bill's stability is not just his ankles and his core. It is his calmness. Bill has a routine of deep breathing before he goes for his walk. He takes 5 long, slow breaths. Why does this matter? Because your inner ear is not the only thing that tells you where you are in space. You have proprioceptors, which are little sensors in your muscles and joints that send signals to your brain. When you are tense, those signals get distorted. Your brain does not get clear information. By taking a moment to relax, Bill allows his body to communicate clearly with his brain. He creates a steady mind for a steady body. Another crucial area that many seniors ignore is their eyesight. It is not just about whether you have 20/20 vision. It is about your depth perception. As we age, our pupils get smaller and we lose some of our peripheral vision. This means we miss the curb we are about to step over. We misjudge the distance to the table. One of Bill's secrets is that he cleans his glasses every single morning. It sounds silly, but dirty glasses can distort your depth perception. He also has a trick where he looks down the hallway and then back at his feet, shifting his focus to train his eyes to adjust quickly. He practices this while standing near a wall for safety. Now, let me address the elephant in the room. What about falling? It is the #1 fear for most seniors. It is a valid fear. A fall can change your life in an instant. But here is the paradox. The more you worry about falling, the more likely you are to fall. When you are scared, you stiffen up. You take shorter steps. You walk with your feet closer together. This actually makes you less stable. Bill realized this. He realized that his fear was making him weaker. He decided to face his fear by practicing controlled challenges. Once a week, he practices getting down on the floor and getting back up. He uses a sturdy chair to help himself down. He practices it so that if it ever happens by accident, his body knows what to do. It takes the panic out of the situation. Let us move on to the nutrition component. People often overlook the role of hydration in balance. When you are dehydrated, your blood pressure drops when you stand up, causing dizziness. That dizziness is often misdiagnosed as a balance problem. Bill drinks a glass of water every time he sits down to watch television. If he watches a half-hour show, he has a glass of water. He also adds a pinch of salt to his food to maintain his electrolyte balance, but he checks with his doctor first. Staying hydrated keeps the fluid in your inner ear at the right consistency, which is essential for your equilibrium. Another factor is sleep. Have you ever woken up feeling groggy and stumbled to the kitchen? Sleep deprivation slows down your reaction times. If you step on a toy or a crack in the pavement, your brain needs to send a signal to your foot to correct itself. If you are tired, that signal takes longer to travel. Bill makes sure he sleeps with a pillow between his knees. Why? Because it aligns his spine and reduces pressure on his hips. When he wakes up, his hips are not stiff. Stiff hips means stiff walking. A good night's sleep is more than just rest. It is recovery for your balance system. Let me share a bonus tip with you. Something that Bill discovered by accident. It is one of the most powerful habits he has. It is something called the visual tracking drill. Every afternoon he sits on his porch. He picks a bird in the tree, or he looks at a car passing by. He follows that object with his eyes only, without moving his head. Then he does the opposite. He keeps his eyes fixed on the horizon and moves his head side to side. This trains the coordination between his eyes and his neck. When you are walking and you turn your head to look at something, your balance should not be compromised. This drill teaches your body to separate the movement of your head from the movement of your body. It is a brain-training exercise that keeps you steady when you are looking around a store or backing out of a parking space. Now, we have talked about a lot today. We have covered ankle exercises, the toothbrush challenge, deep breathing, vision checks, hydration, sleep, and visual tracking. It might seem like a long list, but the beauty of Bill's approach is that it takes less than 20 minutes a day. It does not require a gym membership, expensive equipment, or special shoes. It requires you to be intentional. Most people in their 60s are still working or taking care of grandchildren. They feel busy. They think they will work on their balance later. But Bill will tell you that he started these habits at 65. He said, "If I had waited until I was 80, I wouldn't have the muscles to support me. I built the house while I had the wood." The reality is that a lot of people wait until they have a fall to start paying attention. They wait for the wake-up call. But you do not have to be one of them. You can start right where you are. If you are in your 60s, you have an incredible opportunity to build a reserve of strength and reaction time that will protect you in your 80s. If you are already in your 80s, you have the wisdom to know that small daily habits are the only things that truly build lasting change. Let us summarize the most important takeaways for you. Number 1. Wake up your ankles every morning before standing up. Number 2. Practice standing on one leg while you brush your teeth. Number 3. Walk heel to toe for 30 feet to train your vestibular system. Number 4. Take 5 deep breaths before you go for a walk to calm your nervous system. Number 5. Keep your vision tools clean and practice shifting your gaze. Number 6. Stay hydrated with water and eat a balanced diet with enough electrolytes. Number 7. Practice sitting and standing from a chair without using your hands to build leg power. And number 8. Always remember that balance is a full-body team effort that includes your brain, your eyes, and your inner ear. Bill is 85 years old, and he is still steady because he decided that moving well was more important than moving fast. He decided that his independence was worth the few minutes of daily effort. You have that same choice. Every single day you decide whether you are going to maintain your body or let it slide. Your balance is your freedom. It is your ability to walk in the park. It is your ability to dance at your grandchild's wedding. It is your ability to live in your home without fear. Do not let it fade away without a fight. Start today. The moment this video ends, just try the ankle circles. Or stand up and try the heel-to-toe walk for just 10 seconds. Feel the difference. Let me know in the comments below if you feel unsteady when you try these things, or if you have your own secret trick for staying stable. I love hearing from you. If you found this helpful, please hit the like button. It really helps this channel reach more people who need this information. And make sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a video on health and wellness for seniors. Share this with a friend who might be worried about falling. You could be giving them the key to their freedom. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Remember, age is just a number. Confidence is a choice, and a steady step starts with a single moment of intention. Take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one.